deals on the board. We got Greg paid the way Lahara with one close, one sale for $199. That was a charity deal. Helping out the people of America. That's what we do here at Synergy. So yesterday's stats. Writing down space.
We're going to start that again today.
I love it. That is what I do. And what I want to talk about today, guys, is I want to talk about, don't worry about what's going on behind you. I want to talk about who we are. Who we are at Synergy Direct Solution. Who we are. I want to talk about who we are, guys. Because I feel like for the last 4 weeks or so, we kind of lost, September for sure, we kind of lost our own vision of who we are, you know, and what we're setting out to accomplish. And I want to start it off by quoting, I got a quote today from good old Brian Tracy, always hooking me up with the latest and greatest. I love that guy. And he gave me an awesome quote that's so fitting for today. It's not where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. And that's a quote from a jazz musician named Ella Fitzpatrick. You might heard of her? You heard of her? There, Laura. You're big music.
Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick?
Fitzgerald, excuse me. Fitzgerald. I said Fitzpatrick by accident.
Jazz, yeah, she was a heroin addict.
It's okay, they all are.
It's not about where you come from now. It's about where you're going. Get the message. Come on. Who cares if you didn't heroin in your past? It doesn't matter. Where you're going matters. As long as you're not going back to the drug dealer to get more, that's what's important. So I really want to throw that up there, guys, because we come from a diverse background. Some of us have been to the top of the mountain. Some of us are just entering the game. Some of us are battling in the game, you know. And it's not about where you come from. You know, very diverse group of people here, all with all different types of backgrounds. It's about where you're going. It's about what you want to accomplish with the time that you have. Because make no mistake about it, gentlemen, time is the only thing you will never get back. It is what everything, as far as monetary value, is based off of, and it will define what you accomplish in life. It's what you do with your time. So use it very wisely and make the most out of your time, because you will not get it back. It's an investment that you never get back. So, what's going on? First thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to who we are is what's going on in the small business world in 2012. So, anybody know what's going on?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don.
Well, which service industry?
Whatever. Talk to me.
It seems like there's a big paradigm shift when it comes to their marketing dollars and what they're spending it on, and they have an excess of unused marketing dollars at this point.
Shift
Yeah.
in marketing. Absolutely. For the longest time, guys, they always invested in print, radio, television. Those are the big three. Matter of fact, those were the only three. There was nothing else. The internet literally has changed the game. And right now, in 2012, more people are aware that print does not work and they need to find an alternative more so than ever before in the business world. I mean, we talk to business owners all across the country all day long from all walks of life. How many of them do we talk to who don't even have a website, who dread the internet, who are terrified of an email? 90%. Right? Not 90%, but a large percentage. I think a realistic 35%. Anybody guys agree with that?
I agree.
35%? Does that sound about right?
No,
Less, more?
better petrified. I'm going to say it's going to be.
No. Petra, they don't even have a website. They have,
Do they have a website?
but they know that they should.
Yeah.
You know, they
Part of
know
the
that.
game.
Yeah.
I'd say that depends. Carpet cleaners, I'd say 35%.
Yeah.
Pool guys, probably about 15 to 20. And insurance, probably about 5%.
Really? Because I would disagree. I would say across the board,
Yeah.
35%. Because these pool guys, maybe the construction guys have websites, but the service guys don't. A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
And with insurance, I mean, there's so many brokers out there who rely on the corporate carrier site to represent them. They don't have their own independent site. So it really depends on what your definition of a site is. My definition of a site is something that's independent, representing the business owner and only the business owner, which would rule out the carrier's website because it represents all the agents. And you know, when you got 6 agents within a 10-mile radius, it becomes a rat race to see who's going to get an opportunity with the client. What else is going on in the business world?
Election.
Yeah.
Elections.
Jesus.
There you go.
I was going to get a tie.
The elections are going on every 4 years. It's crazy. When I was in car sales, they said election years were great years to sell cars.
You were right.
This time it might
Because
be.
cars are blowing, are
They're
just
giving
selling
the
like
cars away
mad.
right now.
Car sales are up.
Yeah.
They are right now?
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're up with no money down.
Well, it's because, you know, the
It's
interest
just like the mortgage
Well, you
industry
hear it.
all over again.
It is.
Buying houses with no money down, no stated income, and now we're buying cars, same way. So, what else is going on in the world? The elections is good.
Ambivalence there.
Well, I think, you know, companies are actually just cutting the fat around the table, and they're just, trying to find out where they need to, spend their marketing and advertising
Long-term
budget,
investment.
so they can actually, keep in business.
They're going lean.
Yeah, everybody's cutting the fat, cutting to the bone.
They want to know January. They want to know what January's going to be.
Company cutting.
Believe it or not, this is one question I ask of these small business. I asked them what do they spend a month on promotional materials, and the average one is spending about $200. Just on, still, they're spending it on
Exactly.
giveaways.
I got, at my house yesterday, I'm not even kidding you, I get a direct mail from a chiropractor. It has his Facebook logo. It has a Yelp logo. It has no website. I kid you not. On top of that, it was addressed to a Mrs. Osawa. I don't know who that is, but it has been a long time since she's lived there. And people are investing money in that. That cost them 60, 70 cents. Direct mail has a 2 or less % return, gentlemen. That is so ridiculous. So that means that if I spend $2,000, I'm going to get $200 back as far as the return is concerned. Now, it really depends on the jobs you get and who calls you, so it's not always going to pan out that way. But if I send out 100 mailers, I will get 2 people responding to it. That is very, very low. If you want to increase that, you got to, make these changes and get these tools in place. So this is what's going on in the world. You got people, they all know there's a shift going on. They're all looking to invest in something that actually works. Okay? The elections are coming up. Some of them are holding their breath. They're like, oh, when am I going to get reelected if he doesn't move into Canada? Right? Good luck with that. Maybe one day they'll realize the president does not control the economy. And, companies are cutting the fat. They're finally evaluating what hasn't been working when, for the last 10 years, things were all hunky-dory. They never checked. They never tracked their Yellow Page ad. Now they're tracking it. They're like, holy crap. I've gotten 3 calls all year long for my Yellow Page ad. Why the hell am I spending $250 a month on this? They're cutting it. So this is what's going on. And what this means, guys, all this means is it's an opportunity for a synergy. This is our opportunity. This is our chance. It's not just us, though. There's a lot of other companies out there. Which brings me to my next point. Who we're up against. So who are we up against in order to, in the battle to get these marketing dollars in our pockets? Who are we up against?
Big corporations.
Name them.
Web.com.
Web.com, yep.
Probably one of our biggest ones. We
We
got 401 Local. We got Yellow Pages.
Did you just say 411 Local?
Or not
Is
411
a
Local.
big corporation?
No,
They're smaller than us.
not 401 Local. I'm sorry.
220 market?
Outright.
They're smaller than us too.
220 Market is not smaller than us.
Well, they're pretty small. They're definitely no large corporation. Not by any.
No, they're not a large
AT&T
corporation.
though is.
Dex.
Dex? Yeah, sure.
What's Dex?
So it's an online directory. That's what Dex is. Nothing more, nothing less.
And then we've got the family members. That seems to be the biggest one we're up against.
Oh man, I've heard that one.
Sure.
Barters. People are bartering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local, we're up against their local, my
local
nephew's
marketers.
doing this. I got a friend that if I gotta do this, one of my guys clean his pool does this. If I go with anyone, it's gonna be him.
Other cold callers.
AT&T has better people.
Anything else?
People that, companies that have been burned in the past that give us, giving us a bad reputation, actually, for doing business.
Sure, that's definitely a challenge, but I'm referring to companies more so than the challenges of the industry as a whole. Any other companies pop up?
We're there's that new one that's out, Wix, that's like doing tons of
You have 1-in-1.
market now.
You have Reach Local.
It's the free one, yeah, Wix.
You have Local Splash.
Outrank.
Outrank.
Never heard that one either.
And the list goes on and on and on. Now what you should know, and why this is good, is there wouldn't be all these people in here, and trust me, there's a ton more we're not even mentioning. If there wasn't money in the industry, the money's there. They wouldn't be here. AT&T would not be pulling tons of resources into trying to transfer their market share into an online platform if it wasn't worth it.
They charge a lot.
Yes, they do it because they can. All these guys charge quite a bit. Local guys, they charge a ton. Outrank charges a ton. Local Splash, Reach Local, they do too. 1-in-1 is a template like GoDaddy. You can build it yourself, but it's going to have restrictions. It's going to have limitations to what you can do. The other cold callers in the world, they're out there blasting the phones too. Most of them are from a different country. Okay? What this means, guys, is we're up against a lot, but none of them hold a candle to us. None of them do. We are the best product at the best price point with the best reputation. And even though we had a recent pop-up on the BBB, we're already taking care of it, and we are going to create a very powerful, positive PR buzz very, very shortly with our clientele base. I've already talked about it at the back end. So this is who we're up against, guys. This is your competition. These are the guys that when you go out there, you have to be thinking there's someone else sitting in a desk in some other office, somewhere on the planet, trying to get the same business you're trying to get. So, question comes down to who wants it more, If you're, lollygagging around talking to, your next door neighbor, instead of totally focused on the conversation, because this game requires 100% focus. 90% does not cut it. Because the most powerful, subtle things that happen in a conversation, you only pick up with that last 10% of attention and focus. So even 90% where you're focused and you're in between calls and you're chopping it up, and the guy says hello and he said it in a certain tone and you just missed it, you missed your opportunity. Right, Colin? Were you telling me yesterday how you noticed those little subtle differences?
Yeah.
Make a huge difference in where the conversation is going?
Yeah.
And it was responsible for getting a couple extra opens today? So, you have to understand that this is a rat race. And if you want to win, you got to run faster than the other rats. That's all there is to it. We're all in it. So why we're different? First off, experience. We have the experience a lot of these other companies do not have. Scott's been doing this since '98. I've been doing it since '05. You know, we know what it takes. I've seen companies come and go. I've seen what they've done right. I've seen what they've done wrong. I know exactly how this company needs to operate to truly be successful. Okay? We have the product. We have an unbelievable product, guys. I mean, Kyle was selling GoDaddy website to night websites out of his house and people were buying them. Remember the Raj websites we used to sell?
Yes, sir.
They were horrible. Horrible. And people were still buying them. Why? Because our sales training is that good. But now we have an actual product that is awesome. And the crazy thing is, we're making less sales with a better product at a better price point than we were with a inferior product. It's crazy. We have the leads. Trust me, we're not running out of leads, guys. Do not worry. I know you think carpet's been beat to hell. The reason why you feel that way is because the same guys answer the phone. I'm telling you. That is why they keep...
That's funny.
How do you get to it? Well, it's very simple. It's an odds game. It's a numbers game. And if you keep calling carpet, eventually the guy who never answers his phone, it was just the right time and he answers. He's never heard from me before. And I guarantee you that for every 3 guys that say you call me 6 times, you're getting 1 guy who's never heard from me before. And that is well worth it. And guess what? Those 6 guys that have got, or the guys who have gotten 6 calls from you, they haven't got a call from Chris Pansker. Have they? They haven't got it, or maybe they have. They haven't gotten a call from Colin. Bottom line is, people buy from people they like and people that remind them of themselves. So I literally have seen 1 guy where I pitched and I couldn't close him, and Akimu pitches him and he does. Go figure, right? Okay? So don't let that get to you because the psychology of your mind will be your best asset or it will be the greatest hindrance to you accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish. Okay? So, our price point is unbelievable right now. We got to take advantage of that. We have to have a sense of urgency. You need to select them. They try to put you up for 2 weeks and say, you don't understand. I need you in the next 48 hours if you're truly serious about helping your business because I have a tool that's so unbelievable. And when I tell you the price, you're not going to believe me. I'm not even kidding. You will not believe me. You will ask what the catch is. And I will say the only catch is you refer me more business. So you got to act that way. It's so important. Because if you don't have that confidence, if you don't have that sense of urgency, if you aren't talking to them like they should be praying and thanking God that this conversation is happening, they're not going to take it seriously. They're not going to show up to the appointment. They certainly aren't going to buy. Okay? So, no one's touching us on any of these things, guys. The training. I teach you guys everything I know. Everything I know. Why? Because when I can replace myself, I can move up to the next level. When I can find somebody who can be the next Kelson Penn and step into that role, Kelson Penn can step into a bigger role. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to be a sales manager forever. It's a lot of fun. It's a great experience. But I want to move up as quickly as possible. And the only way I'm going to do that is by finding someone here who can move into the role I'm currently in. It's the only way. Can't be a general without, lieutenants and commanders. So, I don't have any lieutenants and commanders, so I can't be a general. I gotta be the lieutenant until I can get one. So, that's what we need. And this is why we're different, guys. So I want to play a call real quick, and then we're going to hit the phones. We're going to hit it like we never hit it before. I want to play this call just to show you guys how badass we are. Oh yeah, one more thing I almost forgot. The strength, the biggest strength of our company is our back-end team. This is the weakest aspect of almost every competitor we're after. They always drop the ball on their back end. They always do. Superior as well. That was a huge problem for them. We have a back end that is so legit. Devin C. and Travis and Trey, they are on top of it. We need to take advantage of that. They're going to start taking advantage of it because every time I do something right, it's like, hey, can you leave us on Facebook? Hey, can you leave us a review on Google? And guess what? A month from now, 2 months from now, we're going to have so many positive reviews, it's going to drown out the negative ones. Guaranteed.
I was actually reaching out to a few companies today, Albert, to learn a little about what you have in place, see if there's some areas that I can bring value to the table. And based off what you tell me, if I see there is, I wanted to schedule with you either tomorrow or early next week to show you exactly what I can do. I mean, if you like it, great. If not, no big deal. But tell me, how long have you been in business?
Since 1974. What's the name of your company?
The name of my company is Synergy Direct Solution. Have you heard of us?
I don't know. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
how long have you been with them? You've been with them for a while?
I absolutely have. We've actually been in business almost 3 years, but the combined know-how here, it goes about 15 years back with internet marketing, and I've been with the company now about 2 years, and we really focus on getting the return on investment for our clients. So today,
let me ask you something. It sounds interesting what you have, but
okay.
Maybe you could just check out something for me and see what you think of that, and then maybe if it needs to be tweaked a little bit, maybe you could tell me what we need to do. I have a website in place, so maybe you should. Let me just see. Somebody's calling me. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Could you just hold on for 1 second? Just hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Can't tell his voice? No. He's one of the most distinguished voices in here.
Yeah, maybe you can pull up my website and tell me what you think of that, and if you think you guys can do better, then I want to try to do something with you guys, all right?
Absolutely. What's the domain name?
Okay, it's actually, my business name is A, and it's N like Nancy, U like universe,
Okay.
carpet, CARPET, .net.
.net. Okay. And newcarpet.net. All
Wait a
right.
minute. A new life carpet, right? A new life carpet.net.
Oh, okay. So a new life. So ANULIFECARPET.net.
Yeah, and tell me what you think, and if you think we need to do something different, let me know.
All right. Perfect.
Just wait.
Hey,
Better.
you're already with us.
I'm sorry about that. You know what? You're doing a hell of a job. You know what? I always recommend your company to other people.
Right.
You guys are a very good company, and I'm glad you took the time to actually look up my site because it's important to me. Because when I talk to the people that like the higher up people in your company, because I recommended a lot of customers to them already. And
I appreciate that, Albert, for sure.
No, I know that. And a lot of people email me because they've seen the website, they want to know how Spin Energy is.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I never had a problem with your company. So far, everything's great. I do get a lot of hits from it, and it took a while. I tell people it's not an overnight thing. You need to work with them so they can get to Google, so they can get your first placement somewhere.
Right.
But they push it. They keep pushing it. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Definitely.
But I just wanted to let you know, too, that I forget who the powers to be over there that I talk to all the time. And every time I talk to you guys, I always tell them, I always tell them about yourselves. Like when you call me on a whim, they represent themselves professionally. I mean, it sounds pretty good, even with you, just before. If somebody's interested, that's the best approach that you're doing right now. Say, look, I know you're busy. You go through the same thing that you've been doing to try to get customers. I mean, I'm sure you get some hang-ups, but you know what?
Oh yeah, it's the name of the game for sure, without a doubt.
I know. But I just want to let you know.
Things are going well. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Do we just manage the site for you? What else are we doing for you?
Well, right now, that's what you guys do. You manage the site, and you got my placement. I mean, I did a business in '74, so any more work that I get would be an overkill for me, believe me. But,
I hear you. So everything is going well.
Yes, it is. And you keep up the good work for your company, because I'll tell you something, it's a good company. You know, and I think if they stay the course to really try to help the people, I think you guys will be really good. Because I used to be with a company called 411 something. That's it. And let me tell you something. They just took my fucking money, and I hate to say that, but they just took my money, and they were all full of shit. You know what I mean? Your company, the people follow up. They try to get you the best placement. They want to know more about your business, more about you. And if you put more into it, like I always tell other businesses, if you guys put more into it, it will work. I promise you. But if you don't want to do nothing, you can't expect them to do something that they don't know. And you want to know something? When I first looked at your company, I saw that website that you just went on. That was their promo website that they had.
Oh, really?
You know, so I said, you know what? I want that exact website. They said, you got it. You know. So, but I'm just letting you know. I appreciate you guys calling. I always get once in a while, like maybe once every other month, I get somebody to call from your company, and I try to walk them through. I let them do what you just did. I let them do their spiel, and I tell you what, if you can help me a little bit better, I said, I'm all for it. Here, try to do my website. Tell me what you think, and then you get all nervous.
So, that is proof. We are not full of fucking shit. We do good work, guys. But here's the thing. They will not believe you if you don't come through at the level that you need to come through. When they say they got it handled, say, no, you don't. You don't know. You don't know yet. I don't know yet. Go after it. Because, to be honest, the clock is ticking. And we are falling behind. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to do something huge. I want to be a respected company. I want to be a part of that. But the only way we'll get there is together. So from this day forward, it's going to be a new atmosphere. I want it like Boiler Room. Badass salespeople on the phones, hitting up business owners all the time. Breaks, 9:15 to 9:30, 1:15 to 1:30. If you missed your break because of a close or whatnot, at least you're making money. But I'll tell you this, I never took breaks. Ask Alex. Alex is the only one who was actually there. Teddy would be here to attest it too. I never took the 15. I took a lunch, but that was it. And why? Because I knew how valuable my time was, and I wanted to get the most out of it. I wanted to make $5-6 grand a month. In order to do that, you got to be focused. You're going to get out what you put in. So show me what you guys are going to put in. Let's go.
All right. So 9:15, 9:30, 1:15, 9:30.
Yep, those are the break times.
Cigarette.